Hello, I had a few technical problems. For some reason, I'm not able to do Facebook Live this morning. So what I'm going to do is I'll just record it. Now I'll probably have to record it in shorter clips because of the memory on my phone. And I'll see then if I can patch it together. So what I'm doing this morning is the step-by-step horse that I started on Friday. I've let that dry out a wee bit so I can carve into it a bit more. Now I'm going back over to check and refine it. So I'm looking for the symmetry. So I'm looking for that line from the eyebrow to come down to the nose. And so there's a panel that a plane that goes from above the horse's eyes down and then ends up in almost like a point here. So I'm just going to put that in. And that has a wee ridge here. So this ridge of the nose has a bit of a ridge. Just get that plane in and then knock that nostril back behind that ridge. And then what I do one side, I'll do on the other. So with clay, you are better to try and create your sculpture in more than one session, just to allow that clay to dry in between so you can work on it when the clay is a lot firmer like this. So I would quite often run my thumbs down. Now this feels like it needs a wee bit more off here. And I'm able to sort of look that are my thumbs level, and do I feel like this is as deep on this side as that side? And then just run down the bridge of the nose, trying to keep the thumbs level. Again, there's more that needs to come out this side. Just bring that down. So I'll just get a few finer tools. This is a lot finer work. And again, the detail you know, the level of detail you go into, that's entirely personal choice. Sometimes the most effective sculptures are the ones that are not too highly detailed, that gives an impression of a horse rather than being an exact photographic copy or representation of the horse. So you do not have to try and recreate every muscle. So again, I'm just looking at the width of those nostrils, and this one's a lot higher. Just bring it down. now and again I'll have to remember to check my phone that it's still recording, and I think it is. Might have to do this in every 10 or 15 minutes. So I'm just working on this front plane. I'm using this wee wire loop tool, and that's able to give me a groove, and then I can almost create more of a V. And this is too. All the time I'm kind of looking from one side to the other. Again, I use my thumbs. Then another wee tip, if you're using a turntable like this, you can just measure I'm measuring this nostril by pushing the end of the loop tool up into the nostril, and I'm using my finger as a guide to anchor it there. So I know if I move it around to this side and create that mark, it's like measuring up from the base. You're getting those two level. And you can use that technique with the eyes. So you just straight pull. So for these smaller scale horses, I can put that. This is actually a good opportunity to measure this. Where the eye is there, and if you notice, I'm anchoring that against the bottom there. Then I'll go around to this side and anchor that there. So, and you can do that with although I think that I might need to do a bit of work on the cheeks. Again, I can do it with the cheeks, measuring up and measuring up to check they're in the same place. So, let me see. So, he scratched. Even the nose, you can add. It's not the same angle there. I'll just have to work with that angle. We've finally got rain here today. Not very heavy rain, but I can hear it ever so slightly, which is great news because it hasn't rained for ages, and the grass and the ground is as hard as rock. We really need some rain. So what I'm doing now, I'm kind of just working on the muscle now that I have the nostrils about the same height. Well, it's actually just go down over. There's a muscle that operates around there, so I need to just So I'm creating the muscle that goes around the nostril, and then there's a lovely wee soft groove in here below, so I'm just putting that in as well. And this wee groove, I'm kind of, the angle of that groove goes towards the inner eye. So when you're doing this fine work, it is really handy to have a brush. What do I do? I have a brush. Just to keep brushing away. And it's just having a wee feel and check if the feel's similar. So there's this wee ridge of flesh just inside the nostril. Just get that in. Don't want to make it too big. What is this? Almost like a back to front 6 shape. Okay, I think we've got just 13 minutes there, so I'll have to stop and make another one.